How's it going?
So easy. Good, man. How are you?
Not too bad, man. Not too bad.
Awesome. Awesome.
Excited to do this.
Yeah, cool. No, me too, man. I'll dig your stuff. It's good. Yeah, cool. All right. So Andrew, welcome to Nightbreed. How's things in Missouri? That's where you're at, right?
It's hot out right now. It's very hot. So I'm trying to keep cool as much as I can, chill out.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Nice.
it's going, normal everyday Missouri stuff. The summertime, it's very hot. That's about all I have to say about that, sadly.
Yeah, no stress. What's metal like in Missouri? Are there many shows going on, that kind of thing?
Actually, here around, especially around Springfield, where I'm living, the city where I'm living, we actually are having a lot of good underground metal showing up. I'm one of the bands I'm in named Necrotic Altar. They're just pretty much old school, modern, straight death metal. We're like playing a lot of shows around here recently, but there's a lot of really good hardcore bands. There's a couple of slam bands too coming up. I can't remember the names of them right now, but yeah, absolutely. There's a lot of really good kind of a crossover hardcore death metal kind of bands coming in for sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Oh, cool.
Um,
So 2019, is that when a man named Onigumo kicked off?
Absolutely, yeah. That was when I had been working on the material for that first album. Probably since 2017, honestly, the end of that. But I just worked on it and worked on it. Didn't really like, everything that was coming together until I finally was ready to release it in 2019. And yep, I put it out under that name. I just, thought of a random name because I had been using just my name as a project for so long. I wanted to, spruce it up a little bit, do something with
Yeah.
that
No, that's
for sure.
cool. Is Oniguma a reference to One Piece by any chance?
So I know, right, that I love One Piece, but it's actually from Inuyasha. Uh, it's from that show. It's also an anime. I'm not sure if you've ever heard of it,
No, that other one.
but
Yeah, yeah.
it's great. It's a really good. It's another anime kind of from around the time. It's been off for a little bit, but it was on the Cartoon Network Toonami era.
Hmm.
But yeah, man, Onigumo was actually the name of the demon, the man that got filled with demons that became the antagonist of the actual show. His name was Naraku, but originally his name was Onigumo, and in the Japanese language, Onigumo means demon. So it's like a man named Onigumo, kind of a contradiction, ironic kind of thing. But yeah, it's from that show Inuyasha. So if anybody knows, they definitely will know it for sure.
Yeah, cool.
But yeah,
So
One Piece, the current Admiral, definitely, yeah,
yeah, yeah,
Inuyasha, yeah, absolutely, that was another one for sure.
yeah, cool. So the first album I checked out of yours was earlier this year, the Fluidic Reconstruction and Empty Vessels one.
Yeah, absolutely.
Um, I really like that's the you got the metal side, and then all of a sudden there's these sleazy electronic kind of keyboardies. That's
Oh, yeah,
cool.
yeah. I had been working on those for like a while, and I was going to release them as just a different thing, but I don't know. I thought they kind of contrasted that album really well, and the sound was very attuned to the lyrics I was writing too. Is very cerebral and lucid and stuff. So I just wanted to add it and make it a full album instead of an EP because they only had like 6 songs and it was only like 25 minutes and something like that. So I wanted to do a full album.
Yeah, that's cool. And I read, talking about the lyrics and everything, that
Yeah.
you're talking about like entities and energies beyond our perception. Do you mind telling us about that? What sort of thing are we talking about there?
So I guess that whole that whole album is like about I guess it pretty much people take like using like mushrooms and stuff like that to kind of push through to like the whatever the other side is that has perhaps these entities. I don't know if you've ever heard about like the DMT entities and stuff like that people might come in contact with during their highs. But it's kind of about people trying to use I picked mushrooms just because it's just more kind of cerebral and kind of less I don't know, graphic than DMT almost, but it's still like, something cool and something I don't know the word. I guess it's still cerebral that you can kind of wrap your head around at the same time. But no, it pretty much like it's like people coming into contact with those beings and kind of trying to use their godlike abilities to favor one or other things in the world, however that may be. But yeah, eventually the person goes too far, and then they fall into the like what actually is and what our perception isn't. It's a whole, I guess it's a whole thing. But yeah, it's pretty interesting lyrics. I've been trying to write like a story that connects all the albums that kind of makes it a universe. And but I'm still working on that. But yeah, it's one chapter kind of the certain thing. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's cool. Well, all the album covers sort of fit together as well, like with the your kind of warped faces and all this kind of,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. How do you put those together? Like, is they look a little AI? Is that correct? Like,
they are.
yeah, yeah.
I kind of just was messing around with it, and I took some of the lyrics and put them into the AI prompt with some of the things I had already kind of written. And I know a lot of people don't use like using AI, but
Yeah.
I put out so many albums. I've got quite a few albums that have actual artwork that I did,
Cool.
purchase and stuff. So I just wanted to find something that would fit this music, and I think both of them really do. I think especially the second one, because I made the one for Empty Vessels later with the more realistic looking things. I thought that really contrasted that first fluidic reconstruction art style really well for sure.
Yeah, that's
But
cool.
yeah, very different, but very kind of coalesced together for sure.
Yeah, nice. And I don't want to incriminate you or anything, but like, are you taking substances when you write or anything like that?
I do. I smoke a little pot.
Yeah, yeah.
But other than that, I have taken mushrooms before and then done trips, and they might have influenced some of it, but not really while writing it. No, I kind of try to keep a uh level head while writing and recording it for sure. But yeah, no, I definitely do have experimented, I suppose. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. No, that's cool. There's great samples throughout a lot of your stuff. Do you have like a bank of samples that you're like, okay, I've got to keep that for something, you know?
Oh, honestly, yeah, I have it's the notes in my phone, the notepad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just anytime I think of something or I'm watching something, I'll just, write it down and remember it, and then I think of the best place to put it. Yeah. My the new album I got coming out here in a few months.
Mm.
Some crazy samples in that one too. So it's exciting. But yeah, I love putting in samples that are just insane and crazy, whatever might it, sometimes it fits, sometimes it doesn't. I guess I like showing people what references I enjoy so they
Mm.
can like also kick out of it, maybe get a laugh like I do
Yeah,
for
yeah.
sure.
And it's cool because you get that little connected, like wink, wink, listen to this, like in link with the
Yeah.
music. It's cool, man. Yeah, that's good. So yeah, Ingested Torment also came out this year. Do you approach each new recording with like a different idea in mind? Because like that one, there's lots of the tracks start with like a clean guitar and stuff. Was that something going in? You were like, I want to do this for this one.
Right, exactly. Yeah, I pretty much I was just trying to come up with ideas just for I want to have each album to have kind of a specific tone, kind of a completely different sound, honestly. If I you just something completely different, so like you can't really decide like what each album's going to be until you listen to it and you're like, oh shit, that's completely different. But yeah, man, I pretty much had just been messing around with my guitar that I always play with, and I have been recently, like the last few months before I was writing that, I was kind of getting influenced by some jazz, kind
Mm.
of just solo guitar work. Not it's just some of the people. Wes Montgomery was somebody that I had been listening to a lot. Just kind of given that kind of it's almost like a groove just with the strings. You know what I mean? So that one I kind of came up with six or seven ideas for openings, and then I just wrote all new tracks for those after
Yeah,
that. So yeah, it started with the uh clean tracks. Sorry, yeah, it started with
yeah,
the clean
yeah,
tracks and stuff after for sure. Yeah.
yeah. That's cool. So I guess that's a good leading. What else have you been listening to other than jazz guitarists? What are you checking out lately?
Oh man, I always am constantly listening to a lot of slam metal. Very closely to what I write is what I listen to. I like a lot of epicardiectomy, of course. Let's see. I listen to this band who I'm wearing. This band named Syphilic.
Hmm.
Incredible band. Brutal death metal type stuff. Good stuff. Other than that, I listen to a lot of like Steely Dan. I like George Harrison from the Beatles. Beatles are okay, but George Harrison, I really like listening to a lot of his solo stuff. I don't know, a lot of I don't know, maybe some early 2000s like I don't know, electronic music, stuff like that, stuff like maybe some Aphex Twin and stuff like that. I kind of like that. That's how I find those opposing sounds in my electronic stuff too. So that's where those drum beats come from and stuff like that.
Yeah, cool. Have you heard the new? Sorry, go.
No, you're good. You'll go ahead. That was
Oh,
all I had to say.
okay, cool. Have you heard that there's a couple of new Aphex Twins tracks floating around on YouTube? Sounds great. He's always solid. Yeah,
Man, I haven't gotten to listen to him. I'll have to check him out for sure. That's awesome. Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely.
That's
He's
cool.
constantly just pumping out stuff. It's pretty mesmerizing. It's cool stuff.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, well, so are you sort of, you know what I mean? You got a lot of
Yeah.
stuff out there.
I just I don't like sitting on stuff for too long. I guess I'll write something and it'll get to the point to where like I'll think about, what more can I do to this? And if for like maybe a couple of weeks or so I don't really find anything and I'll just be listening and listening. It's like, I might start writing the lyrics then, and then the lyrics get done and then I just release it. You know what I mean? It's a quick process for some reason. I don't know why. It's like I do have a lot of old music backed up to that kind of helps me. I'll release like a fluidic reconstruction and ingested torment were kind of like the things I wrote, and then like there were a couple albums or EPs in the middle that like were just kind of things that were kind of halfway written before, and then I finished them up and then put them out. So it's a mix of both for sure.
Yeah, that's
It's
cool.
not just all new material, which would be really awesome
Yeah,
for
yeah,
sure.
yeah. What kind of setup are you using for recording and stuff? Like, what's your, software and everything?
Super simple. I all the drums are like step written. So I use Fruity Loops Studio. I think it's Fruity Loops 14. It's pretty old. It's from like 2015 maybe. But I've been using that forever, and I'm just super comfortable with it. I like it a lot. I use that. I use the drum module in there called FPC, and I just load my own samples in there, and then I step right them to the guitars. I use a Ibanez Geo 7 string right now. I was using a Ibanez 6 string, but that one's out of commission, and so I'm just using the 7 string for all my writing now. So a lot of
Yeah,
stuff's been a lot lower and heavier for sure,
yeah,
especially on the new album.
yeah,
But
excellent.
yeah, I other than that, I can't really think of it. I use I think it's a KeyStation 88. I use that for all the electronic stuff. I write all the piano and keyboard parts like that as well. A lot of the bass too. All the bass gets step written, and then like I write that like that for sure.
Yeah,
Record it.
oh,
That's
cool.
about what I work much. I use a Shure. I think one of the it's a Shure microphone to record the vocals as well.
Yeah, nice, cool. So yeah, you're saying you're playing another band. What's the name of the other band? I didn't see it listed on Metal
Oh
Archives or anything. Yeah,
yeah. So that band's actually Necrotic Altar.
yeah, yeah.
We play live. We've got a demo out right now. It's called Liquefied. Liquefied demo. It's really good. It's out on all major platforms. It's kind of straightforward. Kind of a almost a dissonant kind of death metal. Kind of old school but new school stuff too. Slower riffs and some kind of blast beats as well. It's good stuff though.
Hmm.
It's a lot of fun. We've been playing a lot of live shows here recently, and that's kind of been my countering to this solo project where I just write and record. I'll be playing live with them.
Yeah, that's
But
cool.
yeah, I guess out on
Um,
Facebook, any Instagram.
yeah, cool. Yeah, I'll put the links in. Um,
Hell yeah.
with a man named Onigumo, do you think there's ever a chance that you'll bring it to the stage, like get a couple of other musos
Oh,
involved or something?
absolutely. I would love to eventually. I actually have a lot of the songs written that were I kind of wrote them for playing live, especially on the EP. I'm trying to remember collecting tender amalgamation. The first couple of songs on that, they're all live ready, and
Hmm.
I just got the drums, as the backing track, and I guess I would just play live. I'm trying to decide if I want to get a vocalist to do the vocals with me, and
Hmm.
then they can just have fun with what I've written, and kind of work that out, and me play guitar while we have a drum thing.
Hmm.
Or if I want to, because I could get the drummer for Necrotic Altar to possibly play live drums, with my stuff. So I'm not sure yet, but yeah, eventually I definitely would like to play some live music for sure. So yeah, that's definitely on the horizon eventually. Absolutely.
Yeah, awesome. So yeah, the new album out in October, Consigned to Oblivion. Yeah, that first
Yeah.
single sounds, killer. Where are you at with that? Like, is it all mixed and ready to go? Like,
So yeah, everything is pretty much done except for I have the vocals completely like obviously for the first track they're completely done. I'm actually still writing all the lyrics for the next few songs. So
yeah,
that's pretty much where I'm right now. I wanted to get something out there just so everybody could hear what it sounded like.
yeah,
I'm absolutely super excited about the mix of this new one. Like it's
yeah,
I think it's not, the first, my other ones definitely, especially Fluidic Reconstruction has some great mixing in it. That's what I kind of take pride in my production skills, I guess, because I'll write the music and then I'll be really excited about putting it all together and mixing
yeah.
it and stuff like that. That's what I spend the bulk of the time on. So this one, I think I found a really concise and I guess, brutal and slammy. Really good mix between the drums and the guitars and the bass and everything. So I'm really excited to get all the tracks out there, because like this first track's really good, but the whole album just destroys. Absolutely.
Yeah, excellent.
Yeah, even the electronic parts that are kind of towards the end of each, because each song has some nice, clean breaks in it. So that's really exciting too. So I wrote all that with keyboards and stuff. So that's going to be a lot of fun to get out there too. But yeah, man, it's going to be insane. The mixing is absolutely crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, very cool. And the cover too, like the big kind of like spaceship thing going on or something. Yeah, that's cool.
That was actually AI too. I took a little bit more work on it though. So the first one is the very bottom of the picture is the spaceship, kind of around, and then I kind of created like all these different faces of people that were like kind of gory and kind of gross and disgusting in the AI, and then I drew out everything with my copy and paste tools and stuff like that, and I kind of made it a spiraling whirlpool of just, I guess, people's souls and shit. It's just crazy stuff. Yeah, I was really excited with how it turned out for sure. It was a lot of fun to make.
That's cool.
But yeah, I think it fits the album. The lyrics are going to be very, I guess, alien invasion-y, but also very metaphysical in terms of like how the aliens get here and like what they're doing. Like it's going to go into like what they, I guess what I'll say is like what their purpose to be here is, if that makes sense, in my opinion. Just the fantasy type stuff, just everything that like I think would be cool for the aliens, just especially with all the, I guess, declassification of all the crazy stuff with aliens happening now. I think it's gonna be really timely. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Excellent, man. And do you have any sort of, obviously that's the next thing, but do you have any sort of plans after that for a Man Named Onigumo? You got something in mind?
So I've got a few. I'm trying to decide on what exactly I want to do with the release, because this one, it's all finished, but it's I guess it's going to be a fairly big release in my opinion. So I would like to let this one kind of run a course, so would say, like, and like really sit back and work on some really solid new material. So I think but you never know, I might have something ready, in like 4 or 5, 6 months. I might have something ready next year. I'm not quite sure yet. We'll see how it goes for sure. I don't have anything written for new release yet. I'll say that.
Yeah, cool, man. No, that's good. Well, I'm definitely looking forward to hearing the rest of that. The Consigned
absolutely, yeah,
good stuff.
Yeah. Some crazy stuff. Sure. Yeah, great samples.
Yeah, good. Awesome, cool. No, thanks for your time, Andrew. It's been good, and yeah, I really dig like that eclectic heavy. It's good stuff, man. I really dig it. Yeah.
I'm so glad you dig it, man. I'm glad you took the time for me, because I love any type of getting to talk about my music, or any type of music, anything. So any type of talking, I'm down for it. So it was good to get to talk to you, man.
Yeah, you too. Thanks a lot, man. Have a good one, eh?
Talk to you later.
Yeah.